My bad. He's the GOAT. I know my mistake. So Cairo, if you're listening, I got you. I will make that mistake this time. And we're going to see Cairo here again. So a good familiar face, because it gives me some sort of promise. Not to say that I'm looking down on Ender. Absolutely not. The kid is great. But when the results don't show, it's very, very worrying. When you're playing competitive format, everything is on the line. Make it make sense, you know? And that's why the sub has come in. And Cairo has shown to, pull off a little bit better statistics so far with the team at the moment. Again, not too sure what's happening behind the scenes for it. It could be a lot of things. So no judgment going out whatsoever.
Even on Ascent, yesterday against the game with this guys, 13-5 was the scoreline in favor of DSG, but Kizuna here, Cairo was actually the top fragger, leading his team with a 17-14 KDA. So it shows a little bit of promise, but I really hope that this last-minute adjustment is going to work out for Kizuna here, because both of these teams, it's going to be dire straits for both of them heading into playoffs. We are, at this point, 3 days away?
From wrapping everything up, yes.
Yeah.
This is the final day for this week. Then we only have 3 days of matches essentially left next week, starting from Wednesday onwards. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yeah. So far, I think the story has been pretty much set in stone about who belongs where. But I kind of like that this matchup is happening today, because it gives me a little bit more insight to the improvements that are going to be made over in Ninjas. And at the same time, not to be negative, the problems as well on Kizuna, right?
Mm-hmm.
One positive is one negative for the other side. Can't always be both, but two truths can exist at the same time. And if that's the case, if that's the narrative we're going with, then it's improvements for both teams. That's narrative.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to see how that goes. What do you think of Cairo being in here over Ender? Actually, I don't think I've asked you that.
Okay. Because when we talk about that swap, Cairo is just a initiator to what. Oh my god, wait, I can't speak all of a sudden. Okay. Cairo being swapped into the team essentially allows Shinsei to fill up that duelist position. Again, we've talked about this young star, this mechanical monster for Kizuna here. And so far, what they're trying to do is basically unlock his capabilities on that role. And I think that overall is a positive change. Because we see the roles being swapped around now. Kale, instead of playing that secondary initiator role, he will be playing that killjoy. And that's going to be a very different look overall.
Yeah, it's gonna be that. So we'll see. At the end of the day, I think I'll be happy for both teams to find some sort of leeway into this improvement coming in. Bit of a tech pause coming in. Don't matter too much. Gives us more time to talk about a lot of this, to be honest. Okay. The other thing, I guess, with that conversation with Cairo coming in is the fact that Ender goes out. Towards the start of this split, Ender was... Actually, I wanted to say Ender was doing amazing, but that might be doing it just a little bit too much. He was doing really, really well, right? He fits the piece that the team needs. But if I recall one of the Sunset matches, it looked very rough for Ender when they swapped into the attacking half. Do you recall that? Do you recall Ender dying a lot first on that Sunset game? With no response back?
I'm trying to think. I think that's the one against Lays, no? Where they went 2-13? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So, questions, I guess, which I don't have answers for, you don't have answers for. It's all hypothetical, chat. So,
Are you breaking the fourth
Right.
wall? Are we allowed to mention chat's name here?
We've done it like 2 weeks in a row.
Oh,
Why are you backing out now? Stick to where you are.
Man. I think overall we can't just put this onto one player kind of thing. And we have to more so talk about how cohesively the team functions with each player and their role in consideration and how they function together, right? Because that's where the teams at the top of the standings really get it right, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. But okay, tech pause is out. Pistol round is on the way, and it looks like it's gonna be a hell of a brawl over into the A site. TP is up for Monday. He peeks out. Scrappy fight, but it goes Josh's way, and Ninjas, they so far have the first 2 kills.
And they're gonna walk away with the man advantage here. Cairo, he's in trouble right now. Tucking in towards that cubby. That Viper wall actually is going to allow him to escape. Ricey dropping it as he's gonna play around this dark cover for a second. But the option for the B hit is going to be available for the Ninjas here. Stuck with nowhere left to run. See what Cairo opts to do here, he's gonna tuck all the way in here. But INF, he's gonna have an angle. First one with the Sheriff, it takes down Shinsei and kill as well. That's gonna blow the B side completely open, and Persona finds the last pick on towards Cairo.
Okay, that looked pretty nice from Ninjas. An improvement, pretty much. Although I've been pretty okay on their pistol rounds as well. Nothing crazy so far. I like the trades them in. That's very quick response from them. That was one issue early on, was the issue of them trying to trade out their kills and their fight. So glad to upon in the team. So yeah, we'll see. Another brawl coming out onto AMA here. 4 players on the side of Kizuna around the corners. To the left, or it's gonna be Shinsei. He dashes away, taking a little bit from Josh. But this is getting very, very scrappy, very, very close. Look at the amount of kills coming through.
Yeah. And now it's not over yet, but the rest of the Ninjas, they collapse onto the A side, and Cairo and Kale, double Ks, they're going to be the only one that's left. But this time, they're not going to be able to do much else here. 2 classics in hand, and now only a single one with Kale. He's going to be left on his lonesome against the forward players here, and Shiva takes him right out. Triple kill with Guardian to secure it around here for Ninjas in Galaxy. A little bit of a brawl, but in the end, the Ninjas sneak right out with it. Rifle round is going to be the call here from Kizuna Vandals across the board. Shinsei will be lacking a little bit of utility. And it's going to be another brawl on A, if I'm saying this correctly. The Viper wall is already being put down. We'll see if the Toxic Screen is going to be enough to dissuade the side of Kizuna, making a proactive play on towards his rebel position here. But Shinsei already going to pop the updraft, the Tailwind. The Shadow Step's going to allow Asmonde to take up the position on towards Rubble, and they're going to rotate all the way towards C here because, INF actually catches out Cairo, trying to rotate through the CT position there. And now, the execute is going to come through for the rest of the Ninjas, and they're going to be scaling up on towards site. But KO playing ring around the roses with the smoke. Gets taken out by Josh though. And this gets left, again, into a man advantage situation. From the side of the Ninjas here, playing this post-plant. It's going to be what they have to do now. Shinsei scaling up towards CT already. But look at the rest of the Ninjas here. Their defense is so far back.
INF playing mound position is going to be really good for it, and Shinsei is going to be the first to try and take contact. Headshot is good. He finds the first one, but he has to aim upwards. He does, but dies towards the nades by INF. It's the post-plant setup, but even then, that's not going to be enough. So Kizuna, they find their first round into the rifle buys.
My ult is ready. It is over.
Welcome to the game, Foxes. And honestly, that was a pretty winnable round from Ninjas. But Kizuna were just playing that retake so cleverly, denying that space from ninjas. And now, yo, what's going on in A, man? It's like, are we gonna see like just an all-out brawl every single
This
round?
is very reminiscent of the split one shenanigans we saw, where
Yeah,
wasn't there just
yeah.
like two teams that just kept fighting in rubble?
Yeah, I think it was Blitz Esports and like another team. I forgot who the matchup was.
Lays?
It might have been. It might have been.
Blitz and Lays, I think. You know what? That makes sense in my head. I'm locking that one in. Someone can correct me later. Okay, so this time though, no response from ninjas just yet. They back away and instead go for Mound. Prowler is there and Kale deals with that pesky feline chasing after him. Guardian is up. The smoke is there again. Ooh, but it's just there to dissuade him from taking the position. Door's going to be open to try and play some mind games here. So they're spreading Kizuna thin. Oh no, that's almost death coming in for Persona. So his entry is going to be way rougher, has to be way more explosive, much more sharper now.
Walking away with a mere 20 HP in his veins. Ondi's gonna teleport away for now, sensing the threat looming around the A site. As the rest of ninjas with 30 seconds left on the clock and counting are going to be scaling up on towards this A site. Poison Orb deployed on towards the stairs. Oh, a little bit of a double smoke there. Not too much of a
What
problem, but
just
that's
happened?
Monde holding it right down. The Iron Curtain himself.
Oh my God.
Gets the fourth as well, and he's on for an ace here. And that takes him right out, but it's going to be too little too late now. What a huge play from Monde to deny that push. The Ninjas of Galaxy.
Oh,
That's going to be Kizuna equalizing the scoreline 2-2.
all right. Okay. First of all, welcome truly to the game, Kizuna. Good stuff coming out from Esmonde that to hold the tree position. I'm probably just peeking left and right by the door when it's pretty much parallel to him. I don't know. I feel like ninjas might have played themselves that round with the pacing. They might have overthought it, and too much patience was the problem. I mean, dealing with Esmonde there is another issue. Him being able to get those kills, no trade coming back, another issue on its own. But so far, Kizuna, okay, alive, but off the back of individual performance so far. What we're searching for is team play among the ranks here.
Gotcha. Poison Orb now. Deny that angle on towards stairs. And it's going to be a lot slower of a round coming up from ninjas. Look at this. She was already scaling up all the way to the stairs, but it's Monday. Oh, he catches him right out here in the open, naked and afraid. Cairo flashing through into tree. All this util being dumped here. It's so tough to play against. And that's Cairo shutting out another player. INF once again, the last remaining player standing for the ninjas.
Into this corner all alone, and Reverie just taps him out. I forgot to even mention that the op was bought for Shinsei this round, but we should be able to see it in action this coming around as well, especially if they plan to push up into angles like C. That's where Shinsei might be playing as well. Timeout going to be called, and that's ninjas doing that. Okay. If I'm ninjas, well, first of all, attack is generally a little bit harder here for them to figure out with the way the roster has worked out so far. They have to be so coordinated for it. They can't just play a response game, which I feel is the problem, is they're playing a response game. They're letting Kizuna, or rather they're trying to get Kizuna to pick up the phone, but Kizuna are playing the patience game and instead waiting for ninjas to come to them. And by the time that they do, it's a little bit too late, isn't it?
Yeah. And I also want to mention real quickly just how well Kizuna are holding off the executes from ninjas here. We see ninjas try to hit A twice in a row with two very different approaches, right? One where they defaulted into the round and then having that last minute hit, whereas Monday just shut it all down. And then there was the other round as well where it was just complete disaster as Reverie and Cairo just blasted them with utility on tree and just shut down the push from that avenue.
Yeah, it's a rough one. And
Odin? Wait.
Yep, that's Shiba's thing, all right. That's Shiba's thing. Okay, wallbang coming through to try and find a little bit of damage or even a kill straight up on where Shinsei was playing. So it's a good idea. The thing with Shiba that I really like is that he truly has initiator brain to try and fight these fights unfairly.
Oh man, that's gonna be unfair for him though. He just walks into the crosshairs of Shinsei.
Yeah.
Allows him to pick up a freebie with the operator here.
He is hoping maybe more damage to have gone through, but Shinsei, he's just working the op perfectly around these corners. Spike is going to go down though. Josh is going to handle that, and INF might actually have the best timing of his life, but it's going to be held essentially two ways. Kairo's getting that flash ready, maybe a stun even. Let's be really careful. He backs away forward. Oh, Josh is spotted. Reverie dropped, but they are dealing with it really, really well. Bryce doubles up.
Picking up a third is going to be Shinsei with that big operator. Cairo now trying to back someone towards Bryce. And INF again, the last remaining player in this precarious 1v2 position. Shinsei actually whips out a shot here, but picks it off with his ghost somehow.
Of course you would. Swapping to your secondary is faster than cocking back the op.
It is.
Okay.
Man.
I wish I had a little bit more stats on Shiba playing the Odin here, because we've seen it happen so much, right? He's brought up the Odin and he's practically become the what would you even call his specific role? It's like an angle specialist almost. Like he's just tearing into angles or like hidden areas where players should be sitting in. Like if he's on the side of the orb, he spams the Odin right through onto tree. He should get at least damage in, if not just outright a kill, right?
Yeah.
And you had the idea there to try and peel Shinsei off, but not enough damage, not enough sustain there, especially when no one's really wrapping up to get that space. So I like his job, I like the idea, but there's no follow-up, if that makes sense.
Oh, and look at this. The rest of ninjas, they're just going to be sneaking into the side here. Alarm bot going to betray their presence, but now Kale called into question, able to take out one. Persona trading him right back out, allowing the spike to get planted here for the ninjas. Kizuna now. Pressure is going to be on them to make this 3v4 retake happen. They're going to have the Blade Storm in the hands of Shinsei and the teleport from this Monday, but they're not very strong ultimates coming to this round. And Cairo already getting dispatched of us on his lonesome. Nobody available to take the trade. Shiba is holding onto this angle, waiting for a peak, spamming through into waterfall. Even on the Vandal, he makes it look like an Odin, man.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows where to wallbang. He knows the different materials on the map. He's such a nerd. But one after my own heart. He definitely knows about that heaven wallbang. I so want to see someone attempt it. You know, they're just up onto the site, they peek down to heaven, they hear the shots coming through, just wallbang it straight through. But, well, might be a future case, might be never. The thing that is going to be confirmed, though, is the round for ninjas. Kizuna are still in this lead, and the op was saved over by Shinsei. Alt economy is looking good so far. They do have Hunter's Fury available. Knives and TP is there. Situational, but they're all the same. On the other side, though, Showstopper. So maybe looking at a huge entry coming in from Persona. Josh as well with the TP available to him.
And one thing I do want to mention is that you can see the difference in the protocols from the last matchup and this one. Because there were holes in both of these teams' game plans, and you could see it in the retake from Kizuna just now. Whenever Cairo was out all on his lonesome, there was no one available to trade him. And that's just the nature of it. These two rosters are just diamonds in the rough. They haven't had the time to synergize together yet, to iron out those kinks in their communication and things like that. And so both of these teams, they do have a puncher's chance into this. It could really be anybody's map. Let's see, execute. Will be coming through for the side of ninjas. All this utility from Cairo is going to be dumped. Persona will have that showstopper, but Reverie, finding one. Shinsei shutting down Persona, rocket back in the pocket here. And now, this is looking like a very advantageous situation now for Kizuna. It's going to be a 5v3 retake. And now spotting out the position, and Cairo gets flashed off the angle, but he's going to be holding onto it strong, making his presence known. Shinsei is operating the roll ring as well, but Kale picks it up onto its INF now. A very precarious situation for these two players remaining. Shiba gets taken down. Brycey, the last hope for the ninjas here, will get taken out here, seeing stars. That's going to be the 5th round on the board for Kizuna.
Yeah, good attempt from Bryce there, but unfortunately a bit too much to handle and a rough angle as well. Shiba had the option to throw the eye up into the small little gap, right, over Link, but yeah, decides to go straight away for the fight instead, which, I mean, right call as well. You just have to get them off the spike. Unfortunately, that's a lot of players against the two of them. Alt economy for Kizuna is alive and kicking. You have Rolling Thunder. You have Lockdown. TP still available. Hunter's Fury might be used here.
Economy? Bro, they're going shopping in the UAE today, man. Look at all that ultimates. They're going to have the Lockdown. Especially the Rolling Thunder is going to be the biggest one, because we've seen how Ninjas in Galaxy have had a couple of holes holding together their pulse plants, and this Rolling Thunder might be the key to this retake on A, as Ninjas now going to be planting the spike on towards the side, and Cairo already prepping it up. Rolling Thunder being deployed here, but Shiba catches him right out. Viper's Pit is going to be the response, but Shiba and Persona find an excellent answer to the play of Kizuna. The Lockdown already being destroyed, but Reverie finding two. Persona, though, replying back with a kill of his own, and now it's going to be Shinsei left Blade Storm inside the Viper's Pit, and he's going to be bitten by the snake, and that's going to be it. 4th round for the side of Ninjas in Galaxy here.
I would just like to mention, Josh had no gun that round. He had a classic. So they went into the site execute with 4 guns. Luckily, they found Cairo around the corner setting up. Because he was alone, he was not being traded or held by a teammate. But yeah, Josh had a classic that round. Of course, it gets upgraded when he loses his teammate and he just picks it up, but just funny thing to note.
Was it like he forgot to buy kind of thing? Or
I
was
don't know. He had $1,800. He only had a classic in his hands, but conversation for later. Conversation now is Persona trying to open up the dialogue for the site. So far, no entry available for him in the sense of kills, but space is being taken. Ooh, good paranoia, but he dies out to Cairo anyways. Josh trades it back a little bit, and the tether just misses. It's KJ around the corner.
It's going to be a 4v4 now. Paranoia being sent out here from Esmonde to reclaim that CT position. Now Shiba, he's scaling all the way up Waterfall. Though swing is going to be good to catch out Esmonde. Now Shinsei, a little bit of health remaining, gets tagged down by the Phantom here. Swinging back into safety, finds a 3rd and the 4th onto Reverie. What a play from Shiva.
Love to see that. He springs to life onto the board as well. So Shiba straight up into 8 frags. Almost has Nightfall again. Good stuff for him. Making the Phantom do good work. Okay, so a lot of alts have been burnt out already for Kizuna over the past 2 rounds, essentially. Again, S1 has that TP, but on the defense side, there's really not too many things or too many windows you can use that for. Maybe a crazy flank if you want to, but okay, wait, hey, hold the phone. What is this? Look at this crunch coming from Kizuna. It's B and C being flooded in, and they kill Josh as well. Kale finds the kill onto INF, and Spike is stranded somehow, some way. Shinsei double kills up as well, triple in total. Persona is left alone. He's being spammed out through the smoke. What just happened? That's an RDA strat if I've ever seen one.
I'm sorry. What? I blinked and all of a sudden Persona's the last player remaining? I flashed out here. Now, oh, look at all this utility. Just strong arming themselves into the round. That's going to be Kizuna picking up their 6 here. Going into the sunset of the first half. They are going to be claiming the lead, but which is in Galaxy. They will have the economy to get themselves a bye. But in terms of ultimates, though, I will be favoring Team Kizuna here.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened there. That was a little bit crazy.
Let's make some chaos.
I think crazy is a bit of an understatement, though.
Oh yeah, no, just absolutely insane. The amount of pace that was just thrown into. Oh, speaking of pace, it goes again.
The stun. It's gonna be Hatachiri being deployed all from Reverie, picking up the kill on towards Bryce. And that's the Viper player picked out already, but kill spots out. Players of Ninjas scaling up towards C. They are making their presence known this time. And now, oh, Persona opening up the kill with Kale. And it's going to be a 3v3 play here, but the rest of the Ninjas all fall down. INF, the last remaining member, again, finds 2 of these players in the corner, but can't decide on which target he wants to pick. As the rest of the Kizuna, the Foxes, go into the next half with 7 on the board.
All right, good stuff for Kizuna. So into the swap we go. And this is pretty fast so far in terms of how this match has played out. Actually, both teams wanting to get this done really, really quick, but it seems Kizuna want this lead more. So a lot of improvement in terms of their gameplay already. Then again, if you want to be a little bit more realistic, Ninjas is the opponent, and going with stats, they are down on those standings. So improvement is the game for Ninjas as well. Any sort of improvement is good for them. Kizuna though, looking like they stabilized a little bit more.
It's going to be a very heavy-handed approach on towards C for both of these teams opening up, right? And Shinsei already finding angle on towards INF. He knows that this killjoy is on the site, so the utility should be close. I don't think INF replied back with a shot just yet. Shinsei now, oh, he knows INF is scrambling for heaven, trying to find an angle here on towards Bryce, but backs right out as the rest of the team. The Foxes here, they have played their trick. They have pulled the rotations here. And now Kale is just free scaling up on towards the C. Bombs about Persona. If he's going to be good on the shot, he might shut down any chances of this play coming in for the side of Kizuna. Reload pops through, but that might be the spike going down here live.
Yeah, and he just has to wait for his teammates to come through as well. There is going to be a very, very long flank coming in, but I don't think it's going to be worth its weight considering there's already so much pressure being added by Shinsei here. Josh does trade it back out, so this flank has to come in fast. You look at INF, he's on the sprint. He has to find this kill onto Kairi. He sees him. He cannot hold this any longer. Guy finds the kill. There you go. So now here comes the full crunch into the site, and the fights are being won out by Ninjas as well. Headshots coming through, and Josh picks up that last kill against Kale. 7-6.
Thanks.
Pretty well played from both sides. Kizuna recognizing that they have the timing to spread out across the map there. And Ninjas to collapse in on that retake. So well coordinated. A 2-pronged attack to grant themselves the victory here. And now 1 round away from equalizing. This eco round might be everything here. Because we see an outlaw here in Shinsei's hands, and 2 of these players are running the light shields.
Shinsei does love his long-barreled scoped
This
weapons.
is gonna be fun.
We'll see if he can make it work out, though, for this round. It's only really 2 players he can knock out instantly here, and that's going to be Josh and Persona. Oh, but speaking of which, getting knocked out, that's Reverie out and down. Outlaw super deadly. He's on glass cannon, I just realized. He didn't buy up armor.
Yeah, that's all his credits that he expended into this round, I think.
Oh, they really want this lead then. Okay.
Here.
Crazy gamble, but so far, not really swaying their way considering they've lost Reverie. So a slow little scale up is going to be the case. And
Oh, the
yep,
timing.
just shot in the side of the head. You saw 3 players there through the X-ray. It's only a matter of time before one of them decided, hey, I need to peek this for info.
But now, Kizuna are finding themselves onto the B side. KO with a sharp shot from that sheriff. Takes out Shiba, opening the side of B here. Oh, that might be a huge stun here. But Bryce saves his team with the 2 kills from the Ghost, and that's going to be Persona with the cherry on top, the defuse as well. Halfway going into his ultimate, but I think he's going to give it to someone else instead. Ups to...
Oh, they're grabbing the Outlaws. They're doubling up on it. Okay. That is actually the right call, considering the buy, or assuming there is even going to be a buy for Kizuna on the next round. These Outlaws are going to be deadly. You're essentially facing 2 ops at this point. Sheriff.
Keep him.
Oh, okay, no, never mind.
Keep him at range. Smack him with the long scoped sticks.
Let the muskets fire. It feels like it. Musket win. give me 1 steel ball to put into my gun. That's the only thing I can fire at like 50 meters out.
There.
Does like 20 damage because we live in a universe where there's armor. Well, speaking of
But
armor,
look, the wall bang though. Shinsei catching out Persona here, walking away with 63 HP. He's looking for a fight here. We talked about the muskets, but Shinsei, he's looking to affix bayonets here, man.
very likely, very likely. Damage is not coming in just yet for the Outlaws, but they are making themselves known across the map. Again, there's only 2 players who can knock out here. It's Kale and Shinsei with the 1-shot potential.
Here.
The rest should be able to survive it, assuming they don't get a little bit of chip. But there's the first shot coming in from Cairo, taking out the initiator over the side of the ninjas.
And it's going to be Kizuna here. We do have that man advantage lead now. They know that link door is open here. The option for B side is there. Little do they know, none of the ninjas here are on that
30
side.
seconds left.
And it's going to be very free for them here, the fault line, to allow Shinsei to scale through. The ninjas, they found the hole in their defense, but it might be a little too late. As we get into a 5v4 post plan, slowly walking up here. You're going to be so careful checking this corner. It's going to be Shinsei picking up 2. And now ninjas, they look completely shut out of this round here.
They should know there's one more here. Josh did make a lot of noise opening the door. They're a little bit more worried with the closer threat, which is INF. And easily dealt with, of course. Josh, I'm going to save his Phantom over onto the A site, assuming Cairo doesn't find him. Yeah, this is the position you can wallbang if you're sitting a little bit to the front. Oh, Cairo. He has to be so
Imagine
careful.
Cairo just walks into into stairs and just starts barrel stuffing that wall with his gun. How funny would it be?
Oh, hilarious.
And he did it for like shenanigans as well.
All right, Kizuna holding the lead now, 8-7. So slowly, they've essentially are going to bring this across the line. A lot of guns bought up as well. It seems like C is going to be the issue they're going to deal with here. Nade coming through early on for the damage, and the satchel as well, spotted by the Fade Eye. So a lot of pressure coming in over from ninjas, but with the lack of a response, the rotation should be called nearly instantly. You see that reflected over onto the map. Shiba has doubled up with his teammate over with Bryce to B. Persona and Josh are left here for essentially what is a lone lurker, but not anymore. Shinsei has brought in the squad. with a minute left, prepping for a hit here. Waiting for the smoke to go out. Drone is good so far, and there's strike in. Shinsei finding that kill, but returned back by Shiba.
And the rest of the ninjas, they're gonna be collapsed on from B main as Kale activates his lurk. So now in a very precarious situation, surrounded from all the angles here.
30 seconds
Also,
left.
screen's gonna get put up here, but Persona finds the pick on towards Cairo. Gets the information as well as to Asmondi's whereabouts. Bryce's gonna skill right alongside with him, but Kale with the flank is gonna pick up Brycey. Persona, once again, the onus will be on him to try to find some space onto his team.
Ahead.
That's a 2v3 position. This is very doable here. INF already being tagged down, and Persona gets another kill on towards Asmonde. 1v2.
But 5
There's
HP.
any time to come alive, this would be the time. But with only so little health remaining, 5 HP in his veins, call is going to be made to save here.
Yeah, the better option for him as well. Or he might
No
get
way.
found out. Ooh,
Oh.
okay. He's saved by the timing. He had stopped as well, so
did.
he stopped and he had knife out. I don't think he'll ever know how close to death he came there. Because he might have not have even heard the footsteps. He might have heard his teammates talking first. Discussing the round. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into an alt fight within the next round or so. Operator being bought by Shinsei here, so it's an attack op. He's gonna wait for the first peak to come in. There's the satchel, but no shot is landed just yet. He manages to avoid the shot so far. But they are gonna try and press the issue a little bit. They know that if Shinsei can miss out on this one shot, they can pressure him down and kill him, but they just have to be careful not to line up. They just have to be careful and make sure that he is alone there. That might be the case here. Going for the peak, but no, he
Ooh.
dashes out after that first shot. Kale finding INF as well. Second shot, gonna be Shiba's actually. So they do deal with the operator for now, but everyone in Kizuna, they've made their way into B.
And with the operator being lost, it's going to be a little bit of an economic blow for the side of Kizuna here, but they're still in a very good place to win the round. The fault line is going to be committed on towards that B-Link position. They do not want to lose this round. Cairo belts out the Rolling Thunder as well, but Kale now, will he suspect this flank angle? The barrel being spotted. Bryce picks up a kill here, opening it up from the heaven angle. Cairo gets one. Shiba treats it right back. Reverie, the entire side to hold right now. A lone play remaining from Brycey.
Oh, he just backs
He sneaks
away.
up onto its site. Gets tagged up by the drone, and this might be all but over. But as I see that, Reverie gets picked up by Brycey, and that might be it for the round.
Yeah, unfortunately, no time. Reverie made the right call to just back away from that fight. If Reverie had taken that fight, Bryce has a chance to come in and take the other angle as well to fight as Monday. But again, well played from Reverie to just back away and let the timer do its thing. Ninja's gonna go for the timeout call here as well. Okay. I don't think it's a rotational issue with them at the moment. I think
I think
rotations.
it's an early round issue.
I think it's an early. I think it's an early round issue as well. It looks like the rotations become an issue from the fault of the early rounds, right?
Yeah.
A lot of early pressure is added, which is the good call. You know, I mean, you don't have that many guns anyways, and you want to try and pressure Shinsei off the operator as well. Good idea, but again, not too much space is being taken either, or rather, not too much space is being retained afterwards. They do back away, and they don't rotate fast enough. They leave the side open, and they can't fight it the way that they want. They cannot catch Kizuna on the off timing, which is, I think, how ninjas should be operating on this, is that they should be able to catch ninjas on the off timing when they're doing the rotations while Kizuna are attacking the site. Man advantage, man disadvantage, whatever the case.
That's a round timer ticks down. Barriers will be dropping pretty soon. And the call from Ninjas actually is to pile up on towards the mount here. They do have the read. Look at where Shinsei is with that operator all the way into rubble already, clearing the space for his team.
Here.
You know what I think it is, Lot?
Hmm.
It's a skin, man. What do you think of that op skin? Because you've seen like a couple come out in the pros, right?
No touch.
Yeah, maybe. Well, might not be seeing it too much considering he's gone knives out as well. This already got put into the 4v4, so we're gonna have to see if he finds the kill. Yes, he does. Second one is there as well. He finds both of them. Bryce and INF laid their graves towards tree. Now Shiba and Josh left into this 2-on-4. He's getting peeked by the operator. Shinsei going for a little bit more. Cocks back the operator, goes to the peak. Flick is not there. Trying one more time. And he lands it. Of course he does. That is Shinsei at work. Good on him for the 4K and the entry as well. Up 11 is Kizuna. And Ninjas, they don't really have an answer to this. They're getting caught out.
Yeah, and Shinsei again, such a force to be reckoned with on that operator. Because, okay, I think, did you notice something about the skin?
What?
He swapped skins midway through.
Did he?
When he was playing on the Killjoy, he was running the RGX yellow. Do you remember this all the way back when he was like lurking with the op?
Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe.
And I think the blue Valiant Hero operator might be the call here.
He's
As it's going to be
color-coding.
another Odin spam play from Gale.
He's color coding it. All right. Good on Kill to try and essentially peel them off this angle with the Odin spam. Odin spam indeed. This is going everywhere. You have a lot of bullets. Why not? Give them the fear. But ninjas do not fear bullets that don't make its mark. Two of them are on the other side. Josh is straight up on top there as well. Backed up by his teammate Persona. Backed up even more by Shiba. And there is the first strike as well. Persona finding that headshot into Shinsei and INF. Sharp shot onto Kale. So the lurking Odin is down and out of the round. So now, left onto the C hit. And with the amount of noise coming in, yeah, full rotation should be going through as well. But oh, missed timing on the pickup for the Odin. Swaps hand for just a second.
30 seconds left.
It's
Shiba goes down.
cursed.
It's cursed.
Yeah, the rest of Kizuna
One
are going to
enemy
be on
remaining.
towards side now.
Last player
It's Monday. Call to answer for a 2v2, but referee is going to be planting the site of B.
Oh, timing.
We're going to see come very close here. Oh, the showstopper being popped. Run for the
Oh.
hills. But Persona, the rocket, is going to find Reverie. And it's going to be an 8-11.
Love explosions.
He almost had that actually. Reverie
He did.
almost had that. Persona was down 5 HP. It was one bullet to the leg, I'm assuming. You know, he's looking at that stat there, and it's just like, well, unlucky. Go next. Okay, so ultimates on the board. Pretty much the same with only two differences. Viper's Pit is available for Bryce. Hunter's Fury available for Reverie.
Here.
With the rounds going the way they are in this late, I'm expecting both
Find you.
Killjoy ults to essentially be used this round to dissuade the pushes and also simultaneously to dissuade the defense.
Is he going to swing out tree with an operator? Excuse
Yes,
me?
he is. Oh, but that is his demise. Too much ambition is his downfall, Shinsei. And Shiba will gladly take that offering. 3 kills so far, going for a little bit of spam. One's on the other side just yet. Cairo is here. With the amount of noise he's making, he might get swung upon, but Bryce just has to hold his line so far. Gonna get smoked out. Gonna move out a little bit as well. They are being flanked though.
Oh, Reverie shuts it right out. On instinct as well. No information, nothing. Just gets the kill raw on towards INF. And now Cairo and Reverie. The only players remaining. This attacking force.
30 seconds left.
It'd be good if they can get out with this op here. So far, Ninja is very, very good defense. And again, that was off the back of Shiba. You have to be so careful with the garden entries, right? Because we saw Asmonde,
Yeah.
go
10
huge on
seconds
that.
left.
This time it's Shiba's turn. Okay, not much else left into the round. Timer is gonna go in, get itself expired. 9th round for the Ninjas so far. So again, there's a bigger chance for them to try and close in this gap, assuming Kizuna don't pull something crazy. Because again, ults are still there, and the closer we get to the numbers being equalized with no ults being used, the more ults get farmed up, the more chaos is going to happen towards the end rounds here.
Definitely. And now, Ninjas and Galaxy, 2 rounds away from tying it up. But again, like you said, the ultimates on the board. There's such a looming presence on the overall map here. Oh, jump spot there. Against Shinsei, you might want to be a little bit more wary about that one. And the rest of the ninjas here are just going to be holding out towards the site. Shiba and Persona, they already have the information that no one is on that lobby alert position so far. And they can basically deduce that this is going to be a B hit. Bryce, Storm Grenade is going to force him out of position from that close corner. And Kizuna just biding their time, honestly, playing around with the timer. And the worry now for me is that since the ninjas have peeled away from A and have committed to holding down the B and C sites, we might see them in a little bit of hot water here as the rest of the Kizuna team is going to be funneling in towards a main entry.
Sun going out, but 30 seconds on the clock. There has to be a decision to be made here. Here comes the lockdown. It's going to try and cut down the timer even more, so these players have to be fast. If not, they're going to get struck out and caught by it. But so far, Cairo finds that first kill onto Shiba. Just Fury is going to be used, and it's not going to land on anyone. So far, Ninjas are safe for the retake, but they are down 2 against the 5-man hold here. There's the tap, there's the first kill, there's the double coming in from Reverie and Cairo. Josh is left all alone with the Bulldog. Second kill is there, but no, Kale just comes from up top heaven, strikes him down. Match point for Kizuna.
Match point.
Whew, it looked like a very close affair in the beginning, but now Kizuna and the Foxes are finding their stride. Have a very good chance of closing this out because Cairo will have that Rolling Thunder available to him. And again, we've talked about this player. We don't know him like that, man. He's got 16 assists. That is huge.
That's a lot of impact. That's a lot of impact from his own util, the flashes and everything. He's doing work for Kizuna. And while Shinsei is opping, you know, a lot of that stat line, a lot of those assists, they're actually going to the other players. Shinsei, he's on the entry now this time. Going for the spray and only managing to get INF down to 45 HP. Rolling Thunder comes through and it hits Josh straight up.
And INF now. He's gonna have to hold this side all in his lonesome. The spike will get planted here as Monday on the op. Don't find him just yet. Now the rest of the players from Ninjas and Galaxy, they're starting to scale up here. Boombot actually finds a kill on the Reverie to open the side up. Persona getting another one towards kill as well. Paint shells and satchling to come. And Persona will get forward to open up the round. And that's 12 to 10.
Okay, they're closing up the gap, but the money, looking over in Kizuna, they should still be able to buy up a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit of a rough one. So if Ninjas actually do win this round, they will break the economy a tiny bit, which might give them a window into overtime. Rolling Thunder is sorry, not Rolling Thunder. Nightfall is going to be available for Shiba. So you can make things messy, really, really messy, and there's no responding ults essentially coming in, but Persona, he's going to be the first to try and take the angle here. Oh, he turns away. He has to be so careful. Finds that first shot into Reverie as well, and INF clears his back as well. Oh my gosh, INF is going huge. He's holding mount position as well, but there's an entry over towards B side. Kairo's finding that kill over onto Bryce, and now Josh has to play patience.
Nightfall's going to be deployed here, spotting both of the final Kizuna remaining members. 2 Prowlers, both being sent out here for some additional pressure. That's going to be a 3v2. Now a 3v1 with Cairo being found as well. INF finding a third on a tear for a fourth, but Paranoia is going to be huge.
Oh,
Esmonde gets the first player here. The ultimate, he's going to have to get it just in time here. Oh my god, with 5 HP left to spare, allowing himself to reposition. The spike is going to be stuck here. Josh, he's going to get spammed out. Pick it off the spike, and Esmonde closes it right out. 13-10. Kizuna are going to be the ones taking the first map on Lotus.
what a smart play from him. He knew he was essentially trapped over in tree, right? Yeah, just TPs out. And again, I mentioned that was situational, but what a situation to use it in as well. And again, almost there. That was 5 HP that he had left. And man, close for ninjas, but you know what the saying is. No cigar. 13-10 scoreline. So, just to remind everyone, Lotus was the pick of ninjas. That spells a little bit of trouble coming in for the map veto playouts here. And oh my gosh, run me through the stats right now.
Okay, I'm willing to bet our next Mama meal on the fact that Shinsei will be half of the first bloods here for Kizuna. If not, like 10 or something like that. Because he was so instrumental in opening up the rounds for both attack and defense here. And I'm starting to see some more sparks of life come out from them as we go and look into the stats. Okay, never mind. GG. Dude, how much money have I lost?
How many roti
You're
canais
gonna have like
how many roti canais have you fed me, bro?
so over. But look at the stat lines, man. The duelists are showing up today, but Shinsei showing us why he's one of the best players in the region once again. 22-14. Reverie, though, he's also just so sharp. Always there to trade his teammates. He's such a smart player as well as Esmonde this time around, really finding his mark on the server.
We can't leave out Cairo either. That's a lot of impact. Cairo the GOAT. A lot of impact coming in. What was it? 16 assists or something, and he might have had more towards the end there. Shinsei's going to be your MVP, of course. 28.9% headshot. It's low because he was opping majority of the time. 1.6 KDA, 22 kills, 276 ACS. You know he is doing his work. 65.2 KAST. And I mean, that kind of shows in terms of if it's the trading values going down, he wasn't too fast to trade because oftentimes he's the one that dies first and no one's around him on the spacing to trade him out either. So
yeah,
I'm sure someone else might have a higher KAST percentage. So ninjas, they show once again, the ninjas, they show a little